Hello YouTube and welcome back to this week's video. Thank you for joining me. This week we're going to set this Icom 718 radio up so we can practice Morse code. And the good thing about this is if you haven't got a key or a paddle, you can still practice Morse code by using the microphone and the up down buttons. I'll show you how to do that in this week's video. Let's take a closer look. So these are my two keys I've got. This is a straight key. On the front here is your terminals where you put your cable, and if we remove the plastic, there and there's where you adjust it for more or less travel. And both keys connect up using a 6.3mm audio jack. This is my other key. It's actually a paddle and it's bolted onto a block of wood, and I've got it set up so there's the dots and there's the dashes, and on top here is a cable tidy from G3 LIV, and it just makes it tidy. It ain't got wires hanging about all there, it's just a cable tidy, and it's upside down because we used it on an oscillator, and on the oscillator that was dashes, that was dots, and Robert said no, it should be the other way round, so it's upside down. You can change that in the radio itself, plus it puts a lot less stress on that socket there. So how do we go about using this, the microphone, as a Morse key? So first of all we need to turn the radio on, and we're going to hold down the set key, and we're going to go through the menus using the up and down arrow keys to where it says BK in. At the moment it's off. You've got SE or full, but I'm going to leave it to off. Means we can practice without transmitting nothing. Press set, radio goes off, and we're going to hold the set key down and push the radio back on. It says CW paddle. You've got up down, which is what it's set for on the up down keys. You've got off, which means we're going to use the straight key, which is that one, and we've got paddle. So it's got reverse and we've got normal, so I'm going to have mine on reverse, but at the moment I'm going to use up down. Press set and power the radio off, power back on again, and then we can actually use this to practice Morse. So yeah, it's quite easy doing off that actually. That's off the key, the microphone. So let's set it up for use on the paddle. First of all, we're going to disconnect the antenna and the power lead, and the paddle or key plugs in to the socket there. So let's try it with the straight key. Straight key, it's plugged in, aerial goes into the back of the radio, and the power lead goes into the radio itself as well. So hold the set key down, turn the radio on, and paddle. We're just going to switch it to off, press set, radio goes off, and then the radio goes back on, and we can use the key to practice Morse. Nice and easy doing it off the key, but I prefer doing it through a paddle. So how have I got my paddle set up? Radio goes off. We're going to take the key out, and we're going to plug in the paddle. And we're going to hold the set key down, press the radio on, and on CW paddle we'll change that to reverse. Press set, radio goes off, radio goes back on, and we can use the paddle. There you go, Robert said to try that. Mastered that one, Robert. Right, so that's how we use the paddle. Now you're going to want to see some sort of output. Now for most people you're probably going to be using a program on your computer called CWGet, or you can use an app on the phone. I can use my Commodore 64, but we're going to try using it off this. This is the MFJ Morse reader, and I got this from an amateur rally about 25 quid a couple of years ago, and they go for about £70 online. And all I've done is gone into the menu and I've changed the pitch. You can go up and down on the menu there, so at the moment that's set, so it was on 60, it's on 90. We can go down, set to 30, but default I think is about 50 or 60, so let's leave it on 60 and see if this paddle reader picks it up. You can see the light was flashing there, so let's try doing a CQ. I did a K. There's a D. So there's CQ, DX. So that's the output you can use to display your results. Now it's not actually going to transmit nothing across the airways, and when you're ready you can change it in the menus to full, and then it'll let you transmit across the airways. But if you just want to practice like I've done, and you won't want to transmit nothing, then perfect. So thank you for watching this video. We'd set up the Icom 718 so we could practice Morse code using the microphone. So you haven't got a key, you can use the mic. We used the actual paddle itself, and we used the straight key. We need an output, so we used the MFJ 462. We could have used the app on the phone. I used my Commodore 64, or we could have used the program on a computer called CWGet using the computer's internal microphone. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. This is 2E0 IQJ73s. Oh, did next to bit on the end there. There you go. 7 threes. Catch you later.